Assalamualikum OyaRahmatullahe OyaBarakatuhu. Innal hamdanillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Amma ba'd. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is Muhammad Kamrul Hussain, Department of Business Administration, Metropolitan University, Sylhet. Welcome to my virtual classroom, MKA CLASSROOM. Now let's start today's video tutorial.
Again, previously we have discussed an example which has probability. Now we are going to discuss an example where has not given any probability. That means it has equal probability. Now start the problem. Marlene Ansbro is reviewing stocks for inclusion in her investment portfolio. The stock she wishes to analyze is Danhaus Industries, a diversified manufacturer of pet products. One of her key concerns is risks. As a rule, she will invest only in stocks with coefficient of variation below 0.75. So here is the remember this word. She will invest only if the coefficient of variation is below 0.75. Then she will invest in this project. Otherwise, she rejected Danhaus Industries stocks. She has gathered price and dividend data for Danhaus Industries over the past 3 years, 2010 to 2012, and assume that his year's return is equal probable. So we are talking about vapor. So here has the share price, beginning stock price, and a stock price, then dividend. So here has a very interesting matter that here has not given any kind of a return. There has given the share price. You have to remember that here is given the share price, not given any kind of return. So that's why you have to calculate several steps. Number one step, you have to calculate return first. Then you have to calculate expected rate of return. Then you have to calculate standard deviation. Then you have to calculate coefficient of variation. You have to do in this stage, in the 4 stages to complete. And if the result is CV is calculated, CV is less than 0.75, then she will invest in this project. Now let us start for our calculations. First you have to calculate return. We know the formula for calculating a return. in the previous sections we have discussed CT plus PT minus PT minus 1 divided by PT minus 1. So that is our return formula, CT plus PT minus PT minus 1 divided by PT minus 1. By the use of this formula, you can easily calculate the share return, stock's return. So such as 2010 or 2010 CT cash receipt, that means dividend 3.50 plus PT means share price, current share price, that means end price 36.50 minus beginning 35.0 divided by 35. Then our return should be in 2010 by the calculating in this equations 3.50 plus 36.50 minus 35 divided by 35, 14.3%. In the same way, if you calculate 2011 and 2012 return should be in here 4.1% and 13%. Now we have to calculate R bar by expected rate of return. So it is simple. If add with these 3 and divided by these 3, 14.3 plus 4.1 plus 13 divided by 3, 10.5%. 10.5% is our expected rate of return. Now we have to calculate standard deviation. So we know the formula. If there is no probabilities, then formula should be summation Rj minus R bar j whole square divided by n minus 1. So it is easy to calculate. We have 3 returns, 14.3 minus 10.5 whole square plus 4.1 minus 10.5 whole square plus 13 minus 10.5 whole square divided by 3 minus 1. Then what will happen? Obviously you have to provide root over all of these matters. You have to provide root over. The result should be by the use of calculator. Result should be in this way: 5.6%. 5.6% is our standard deviation. Now we have to calculate CV risk divided by expected rate of return, 5.6% divided by expected rate of return 10.5. Our CV should be 0.53. So we are getting our CV 0.53, which is less than 0.75. So from our calculations it is seen that Marlin and Bro can invest in this Dunhas's Industries because its CV is less than 0.75. You can write down this comment in this way. You can write out in this way. From our calculations, we have seen that Dunhas's Industries stocks has coefficient of variation is 0.53%, which is less than 0.75. So Marlin and Bro can invest in this stock because its CV is 0.53, which is less than 0.75. You can easily write down these matters. So here has said 0.75. Our decision criteria was below 0.75. So our calculations also shows the below 0.53. So here he or she can invest in the project.
This all about today. Stay home, stay safe, try to maintain a safe social distance, try to wash your hands frequently in a day. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaika. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuhu.